It's just like,
Excuse us, folks. Technical difficulties.
Unfrozen. We are back.
hey, yeah.
Sorry, peeps.
Let's go, lesbian.
Hello again.
Was it just our screen that was frozen? Usually.
Yeah, we were all frozen. I don't know if it was audio because I don't like playing audio on Twitch.
Usually it's just because it shows me that the audio bars still move. It's just the visual that disappears. And I usually try to keep an eye out, but sometimes I forget.
All of our faces were like frozen on like stupid emotions.
Of course they were.
We're the 5 emotions from Inside Out.
Oh no.
Why wouldn't we be? That works. That makes sense for us.
Here we have the last 5 brain cells.
I think I'm sharing mine with someone else.
You think there's 5 brain cells between us?
Who let
Some
me
of us are
control a
sharing.
brain cell? That is the question.
Well, I
Probably me, because I didn't want to think.
I should not be trusted with the brain cells.
I was playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Now I'm playing actual D&D, and then I'm gonna go back to playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Bunkers and badasses!
Yes. If you
I'm
guys have
playing this stupid kids game. I don't know. Maybe shut the hell up, Morty! Morty!
I sounded a lot like her at that moment.
Yes, you did a little bit. We're not sponsored by Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, but I think for someone who has, since the launch on Steam, beaten the game, I recommend that people go and get it.
I can't wait for Baldur's Gate 3 to finish its early access, though I know it's going to take a while longer, because they just added gnomes and bards.
Oh, man. Oh my god, you can make Scanlan.
I can make Scanlan.
Oh my god. Also, rest in peace to our Scanlan.
Yeah.
Who we surely miss.
He
My
is.
child.
He is. The cult of Grog is still going strong for some unknown reason. They won't die.
There's
I
a
got
cult for Grog?
This is my fish tank. I had a bear fish named Scanlan.
I was so confused.
I had a purple benefish
Then
named
what's
Scanlan.
the cult of Grog?
There are a bunch of coolie loaches. There's 6 of them, and I'm not naming them individually because
So
they look
basically,
exactly
they're
the
really
same.
long, noodly fish.
They look like mini eels.
Oh,
They're like
I think
that
I
big.
know what those
And
are.
they're gray and black, like Grog.
So
I
they're the
already
cult of Grog.
I already knew the character for my campaign as a giant minotaur, and he talks like this. He just talks like Rogue all the time, and it's great.
I have an intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing.
Basically, he was the arena champion. Like, I'm really sorry about this, but I am gonna have to cut you in half and potentially eat you. I do apologize in advance.
One of my favorite Grog moments, since we're going on this tangent, will always be when he gets somebody to pull a card out of the deck of cards to convince himself not to pull any more cards, and they get something wonderful, and he's just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, they got the moon, which gives you 3 wishes.
Oh shit.
And then the character comes back in campaign 2 and
No,
campaign.
no, it was the star. The star gives wishes.
The star gives a wish, and he comes back in campaign 2, and there's an old man in campaign. It's like, Travis's face when that's revealed is just like, wait a minute.
When he
God
reappeared in
damn
campaign
minute.
3, Travis is like, son of a bitch!
Oh my God.
He was so angry. This fucker still exists. Lord of the Crossroads.
He's still alive. He's still rich as fuck. And he
Speaking
makes
of many
me-
things, I am now terrified of those duck eggs.
Oh
I
my
was kind of
God,
thinking about them
duck
afterwards. And now I'm scared to use them.
Don't fear the duck
I
eggs.
have-
You bought 20 of them. Use them wisely.
Oh
Did I
god.
buy 20 or did I buy a dozen?
I thought you bought a lot. I don't remember exactly.
I did buy a
Let's
lot.
say you bought 20. Let's
Was
have an Easter egg hunt.
It was. I thought it was like 2 dozen or something like that.
2
Yeah.
dozen would be 24.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
24. That's what I thought
Position
originally.
super now.
I was like, no, that can't be right.
That
No, I think that's
poor
right.
duck.
Yeah,
Listen.
right.
Most people in the town don't buy his eggs. I wonder why. So they're just
mean-
piling up in a basket next to the pedestal.
I mean, I have 12 in my inventory. I'm very happy to increase that number.
This is a very bad take on the golden goose from Jack and the Beanstalk.
That was an amazing take on the goose.
Oh, it is, yes.
Oh, we know.
I mean, we already got
regret nothing.
well,
we already got a
Oh,
Miss Minutes
shit.
ring,
at,
and a fireball at the table.
at least we know. At least you know who his customer service representative is. It's George. George is the customer service representative. Just step right in. Just step right in here. The customer service will handle you.
George is what happens when people ask Sprinkle if they can see the manager. I'd like to talk to your manager. Sure, step right in here.
Just puts on the top hat. I am the manager.
Um.
We're gonna have to take care of that at some point.
We
I
don't
mean, maybe?
have that.
That's canon now. Every time someone complains, he just sends them into the tent to be devoured.
Well, there's a story hook later. Missing people in the roots.
There's a
That's
rash of
my
missing
dad.
parents in Elderheart, and no one
Yeah.
knows where they went.
I feel like the really departed Brian looking down at me and going, "What did you do?" Brian, leave me alone.
Did you do?
Hi, Brian.
Hi.
We're talking
Yeah.
about our wonderful friend in the
Sprinkle.
roots of the Elderheart. And this amazing, amazing compilation of artifacts. Like his
Yes.
tent.
Yes, like
And it's not so magical armor and shield and crossbow.
Sprinkle will remember this.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Okay, just warning you now.
I'll be right back, guys.
I'm sorry. Twinkle doesn't remember the guy who gave him the materials to make the fucking mimic. Even though I went to his shop all the fucking time. I don't think he's gonna remember.
Alright.
He is
does
insane.
anyone- Does anyone have any announcements? Since Brian's here.
I do.
Okay.
Queer Questers is back tomorrow.
Hey, dog.
Yes. Give me just a moment to pull up the name of our mini campaign.
How is everyone feeling? AKA someone.
Jules
Yes.
wants to fight God.
Okay.
Out of spite, I think. As soon as they were up from surgery, they tried to walk around. That's how spiteful Jules is with life.
I was about to say, are they really okay, or are they just sick of the hospital?
He's doing well. They just have surgery in a couple weeks for the brain. They are in their cyborg era. They want to start playing D&D again very soon, but they can't stress their brain out too much. So
D&D
Take
isn't
it
stressful.
easy.
I don't know what you mean.
So, in the meantime, Queer Questers will be running a mini Spelljammer campaign. Astral Sea with Anarchy. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be in space.
Space pirates. All of that says space pirates.
It
to me.
is very
Yes.
much Treasure Planet, Jules Verne, kind of steampunky-esque campaign. I'm playing a twin.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, me and my friend JJ, because we're so much alike, we jokingly call each other twins, and we're like, why don't we actually play twins?
Nice.
Amazing.
So we are playing twins. We're part of a royal family. So prince and princess. I'm playing Princess Marceline, and they are playing Prince Marshall.
You
It's
know my
another
brain
Vex and
started
Dax
singing
situation.
We
it.
named
You
our
know my brain started
characters
singing it.
unintentionally after Adventure Time.
You know my brain just started
That was
singing it.
unintentional.
It was unintentional. I liked the name Marceline, and they were just like, I want to play a more masculine version, so I'll name mine Marshall. And I'm like, fuck, we pulled an Adventure Time, and they were like, fuck, we did. We have to stick to it.
Granted, I
Love
mean,
it,
to be
though.
fair, it's not the worst show you could have emulated.
I could have done Misadventures of Flapjack. That was a fucking terrifying show.
God, that I swore most of that
I-
was a fever dream.
I think it was that the animation was a fever dream for fucking sure.
The voice
Every
act-
now and then, the old Flapjack animation bleeds into Adventure Time, and it terrifies me.
Yeah.
I think this part of the Adventure Time team is the same team. You always
Yeah.
know, like, it's like, hey, we did something scary. He like opens the basement door to the Flapjack team. Hey, you guys want to make something spooky? Yes, we shall. We will make the scariness. Yeah. We will give the children nightmares. I think they're also part of the team that made Over the Hedge. What was it?
That
Over
somehow
the-
tracks.
Over the
Yeah,
over the garden wall.
Over the garden
There's
wall.
Over the Garden Wall, and then there's also a movie called Over the Hedge.
which
Which-
is
Yeah, I've seen that. That's an
Oh.
old one.
the animated
Older.
version. One
You're
of them-
making us feel old here, Alice.
Yeah, right? Like when you said your mom gave you socks, I'm like, oh, damn, that's a brilliant gift. I'm at that age now. Fuck.
I mean, to be fair, most of my socks have like holes in them. So, and like, socks and underwear truly are a gift to receive because they're so discarded.
They are.
You just use them out of
Use 'em and abuse 'em.
convenience. Yes. Actually, let me open up my new sockies.
They do socks. Yes.
My new socks.
While you do that, does anyone else have any announcements?
I'm going to be streaming soon. Probably some Tiny Tina's and some other stuff, but I don't know when. I don't know what my timetable is going to be. I've been trying to get started on doing it, and then I had camera issues, and then I had bike issues. Oh, of course, right when I was about to start streaming, consecutively, on a schedule, all my stuff goes to shit. So of course, But I've got to figure it out, so I'm gonna start doing that. I'm also maybe looking for more people for my campaign because I have a couple people who are one particular person who is I love them to death, but they are a chronic flake when it comes to D&D and stuff. Like I might find a replacement, but I don't want to. But like, I'm gonna have you go on another adventure. I have plans to get around it. It's always one almost always plan around the potential constant missing person. But yes, that's going well. I'm sending my entire party into an underwater rapture-like prison for underwater adventures. Yes. Other than that, no.
Okay. Anyone else have any announcements?
Adventure.
Adventure.
Yes.
I think we're doing another session of Winks this week.
I think we are.
Yeah, the first one has been filmed, just needs to be lightly edited and uploaded. So stay tuned on YouTube, Alpha Hannah 5311, 1153, one of those. Check out the Winks Club. We're all I don't know what I want to say anymore. We're all a little glittery. There you go. We're all a little glittery.
I'm a witch. I'm spoopy.
Nice.
I love it.
I got a broomstick, bitch.
Right? Oh my god! Her character, she's a witch, and she's the witch of death, but she's from Earth, so she knows nothing but like pop culture references that none of us understand. And she rides a broom everywhere.
Yeah, I said
Even-
fuck parking and transit. I've got a broom.
We literally have shuttles, like buses that will take you from place to place. She's on the broom in the bus.
On the broom, in the bus, and I'm holding on to the handrail, just swaying back and
That's
forth.
amazing.
happily.
So now, all I can imagine is her doing magical girl transformation sequence, but she's on the broom the entire time.
Yep. Also, I'm a witch who studies death. I don't like the process that causes death.
And yet, we have a nature witch who is really morbid.
Yes,
She collects
just
nothing
like
but deadly
Morticia
plants.
studies. Yeah, Allie is like Morticia studies death. I cause death.
So
Amazing.
come check out the Wings Club. We're
Our final project will be delightful.
Love it. Anybody else have any announcements?
have a second announcement. These are really good socks.
Nice.
Good announcement.
Dense. Good.
In that case, does anyone want to do the recap for inspiration? Remember that in my campaigns they stack.
Let's see, do I already have inspiration? That's a good question. I do. I think I have all my inspiration.
I'm trying to remember exactly what transpired.
Uh,
Because I know what's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
We started at the council, if that helps.
We did. We did. So we were in the council room trying to relay what's going on in the Scorched Grove. So Changa and the other chicken tender, Trevor, relayed their accounts.
Stop
I
calling
know.
them chicken
I
tenders!
I say it with love.
No, there's
I
always
say
gonna
it
be
with love, and I'm a tender, so I'm allowed to call myself a chicken
you and I both
tender.
know there's going to be a gallus among the tenders, and you're not going to be able to be mad at us.
No, but you've already met at least one gallus amongst the fucking tenders. Damn it. Havel.
Yeah, the chicken
I
tender.
know it's Tavor. I lovingly call him Trevor.
But Havel, his friend, is a gallus amongst the tenders. You guys have literally met a chicken tender.
Chicken tender.
And I hate
You were
myself
aware.
for knowing this.
Anyways, so the chicken tenders were being talked to and relaying what they saw in
I
the
think chicken
Scorched
tenders.
Grove, relaying it to the council, talking about different solutions. I believe Zinzi's piped up the most and offered some suggestions of getting her people in and
I straight up intimidated a politician.
Fuck yeah.
that's right.
In a whole
There's
room
one-
of them, I think.
Yeah. So I think some of her
Made
people are
the
gonna be
gerrymander
sent.
shit himself.
Yeah, I said your people are gonna check out the Scorched Grove, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Woodland Brigade. They're gonna stay posted outside the Scorch Grove. Whatever patrols and stuff that are there will report like any sightings of other monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
they're gonna be our rear brigade. So if shit hits the fan while we're in there, they are gonna be the line of defense.
okay. And I think beyond that point, we were all just tending to our own personal needs and getting ready to make a trip. Right. Right?
Mhm.
Question mark?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we ended with. Oh. Yep.
Yep. we ended with God granting a wish.
Yeah. And since Hannah is not here, we are going to have to circle back to the whole thing of that because it's her brother. We
Shit.
ended
Oh
with
yeah, that's right.
Showery deciding to give up all spell slots and 2 exhaustion points to help return the memory of a small child, Rivia's younger brother, who had no recollection of the majority of his life, including the attack on his family, or whatever it was that caused the house to burn down. So we will pick up as Showery and Rivia. Oh my god. I forgot about this part and like
Oh.
I was so worried about everything else. This is what happens when you're, trying to get through a painful day.
I wrote notes
Yeah.
for right after that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yes.
Cass just got his memories back. I remember. I know.
Yes.
So you're both standing.
Oh no, I'm still sitting. I am still sitting. I am fucking exhausted.
You are exhausted.
I am dead tired. You've never seen Showery this fucking tired.
So the three of you end up sitting still in your spot when Cass, the young Robin, gasps out with a, I remember.
It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be rough. And you know what? I think I have something that might help you. And I'm gonna very tiredly reach into my bag of folding and grab one of my lighter used notebooks and just rip out the pages that I've used and hand it over to Cass. And so I think you could use one of these to help in the coming weeks. Write the memories that come and how they make you feel. Just make sure to be honest with yourself. I'm sorry, what was that?
It's all still so jumbled, but
Yep, it'll take time. That's what the notebook is for. Just anytime you have something that comes up, just write it down. You can sort it all out later. And she gives him a look of knowing, both of extreme exhaustion and someone who has been through traumatic memories returning.
He definitely looks towards Rivia. And while you have noticed that he does recognize, and he had recognized before, that this was a family member, but it was more like, you've told me you're a family member, and him struggling to remember this, and vaguely having that recognition, but now it's, I know this person. It's a much different type of connection. And he's very happily gives her a huge hug. And he's exhausted. And you can tell. And the two of them head off upstairs to have a moment together before he just collapses into a heap ready for bed, as his brain is still processing what amounts to years of memories pouring back.
I'm going to sit there
And
for
you're
a moment.
left
I'm
in
not
here?
getting up. After they get up and kind of walk away, I would like to recollect everything that happened and, per your suggestion, make an Arcana check to see if I can figure out what actually caused his memory issues during
Make
that
an
whole
Arcana
process.
check.
Plus 11, and that went freaking off the table. 16. That is 27.
Yeah, okay. You would know, based off of that this is a heavily modified version of Modify Memory.
Okay.
Just from the way everything came back and the effect of your spell's effect on this. So this was not I bumped my head. This was intentional.
I will take note of that to inform Rivia separately later. I'm going to take out my Pearl of Power and give myself one third level spell slot. Cast my Amaranthine, which I sent you the dice earlier, and then I'm just gonna call over to Changa because she's kind of drunk on the floor over there. feel free to sleep, use the room, whatever. I'm gonna crash right here. I'm gonna grab both of the pillows that they were sitting on, put them behind me, and just sleep on the floor.
Changa, you're still drunk on the floor. As you
Oh, I'm
watch.
knocked out.
They all.
I don't hear or perceive anything that's happened beyond this moment. I gave
Guys
Showery
lost in the sauce.
I gave Showery a little luck, and then I got lost in the sauce. So just out.
Now it probably looks like we're both drunk on the floor.
This is what happens at the cryptid convention. Giant ass owl and a giant ass moth passed out on the ground.
Oh my god, guys, wait. Oh, Humblewood is literally just the base for a cryptic campaign.
I know. We have
It's just a building block.
the borderline albino squirrel who carries guns. We've got a Luna moth.
Mothman.
We've got Oodalali Dale as a robin. We've got
We have Batman Owlman.
yeah, Batman Owlman.
Old lady spiky
My
mammal.
parents aren't dead. That's the weird part. My parents aren't even dead.
We've got the classic witch as a little hedgehog.
Spiky witch.
Spiky witch.
And we
then
have
Showery is
Trauma and
Something.
Brains.
trauma and brains in the embodied by a screech owl, which the sounds of a screech owl is.
That's right.
That is amazing. Yes.
Have you heard a screech owl's cry? It sounds so anxiety induced.
Which is perfect for Showery. Especially because
Perfection.
you just had the
There's a-
voice of some creature in
There's
her head.
There's a screech owl called Magma on TikTok, and when he molts, he looks like a cryptid.
Oh,
I know.
yes.
He's
Yes.
so sweet. He's like, and then we have Edgar Allan Poe Raven, but with anxiety.
Yep. 100%.
He hears the heartbeat and the floorboards everywhere. Casts of Amontillado scare the fuck out of him.
Somewhere on the sea is Zorro the fox.
Fox in boots.
Oh, nice. Nice.
All of this is amazing. Oh my goodness. Is there anything else anyone would like to do over this evening? I know Gwen kind of missed her opportunity to do a bit last time.
A witch always arrives when she's means to, or whatever Gandalf said.
Headcanon, Gwendolyn sounds like Dame Julie Andrews.
I like that.
The hills are alive
Alive.
with the sound of crunching. Because I'm eating Taco Bell, sorry.
Of your tiny bones.
So Gwendolyn was going to, in light of everything that's going on, and because I'm conscious this week, go to use her little. She snuck out through her little portal and went
Okay.
to the. I'm sorry, the Arcanum,
The avium?
the Avium, yeah, to make a plea with the headmistress or the headmaster or the head person.
Okay.
Mhm.
You would know that formal letters were already sent after this meeting, but that is a place of study. You're not going to get anything in terms of like troop support.
I only need an army of children because that's what it takes to take down like Voldemort. So.
No.
I'm kidding. But
I'm not giving you
I
an
don't
army
remember
of
that being
children.
brought up in the red and yellow limits.
I'm sorry.
Let us not enter the Harry Potter era.
What is a Harry Potter? I don't know what you mean. So yeah, Gwen is going to. It's more so.
I was gonna say a person with a lot of body hair who's into pottery.
Oh yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Now I'm just imagining Hagrid sitting over a pottery wheel, making the cutest, tiniest little flower pots.
He would make little flower pots for the mandrakes in the herbology class.
All I'm thinking now is Gwen and a McGonagall hat looking at you all going, why, when something goes wrong, is it always you? Because it can't be you three.
Have a biscuit, Potter. My favorite line. So she's actually going to get support throughout the magical community by talking to the headmistress. She'll be using, as she goes to, she goes into detail. She's using Druidcraft. She's using encode thoughts to sort of like share the memory of everything that has happened in the last sort of like day and a half. And she mentions like, a disturbance that, may consume all of Humblewood if we don't intervene, and that this is becoming something that we can no longer sit back and like idly let continue. So she's imparting a sense of urgency, and also if they have some magical items and or friends who are alumni that are willing to help, with healing, with, abjuration, with protection, with reducing the impact of the fire, helping support the troops on the side. She's going to make an emboldened speech.
Okay.
I'm not going to, because I'm tired.
Just to give you a little background, the dean of the Avium, his name, he goes by Dean Winsworth. I haven't read his stuff in a while. He is. Give me one second. Here we go. Gabe Winsworth is a sable luma with a large plume of iridescent feathers that surround his nape and cowl. He always appears he is deep in thought. He is amiable and kooky. He's always concerned with the well-being of his staff and his students. Okay, so you've met him briefly, probably passed him in the hallway before. And as you're passing along this information, just make a persuasion check for me.
I already made it because I'm using my divination feature. It was a 19 on the die. And persuasion +2 for 21.
Okay. As he looks you over, he's like, well, I suppose we can, I'll gather the staff, see what we can spare. Mostly we are best for offering help of research more than anything else. But I'm sure we can find other ways to support.
She does the thing that women do, especially older women, where she clasps his hand with one on top and one below. It's like a you saved us kind of like emphasis on the vibe. But she's basically just like, oh, thank you, dear. It's I wouldn't ask if it wasn't becoming ever more dire here.
Yes,
That's
yes.
so-
It seems we all must do our part. We all must do our part.
Yes.
Now,
of
if you
course.
excuse me, I have so much paperwork to do.
Oh, by the way, and she's gonna whisper, like as they're walking, an invitation to come visit the house sometime through the portal that he may or may not be aware of.
He would not be aware of it due to
Well-
the relationship of, due to the nature of how you've created that thing.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you've kind of kept it out of the avium due to the fact that the way you got that knowledge is tends to be frowned upon in the avium.
Oh, well, I'll leave a little bit out.
You'll leave all of that out, you said?
I said I'll leave a little bit out.
Mm-hmm.
No reason to get racist here. Against the Fae. Or whatever.
I mean, it's more you're
Fae.
bordering warlock territory, which they don't appreciate. That's
Basic.
where I was going with that.
Basic. What? Warlocks are spellcasters too.
Yeah, they are very much frowned upon at the
So they're
avium.
not racist, they're classist.
Yes, they are.
They're racist. Well, she will say, you're welcome to have tea with me anytime. Just ring the bell on the tree 57 paces to the right of the gate.
It's quite a strange request, but I won't question it any further, I suppose.
All right, ta-ta.
Good evening.
And she
He
waddles
goes
a
back
little bit.
to his office.
Waddle. And then, yeah, she'll return home to find Changa and Shaori.
Both passed out on the floor in Shaori's lab.
So Shaori is gonna get a little kiss on the forehead and a little blanket tuck.
You'll have to pull a blanket off my bed.
Oh no, she'll pull one of the many blankets she has from her room.
She's about to say she's been crocheting this whole trip and no one's noticed.
There's a blanket the size of the house. It just
Oh no!
lives in all the rooms. No, I'm kidding. And then Changa, she's gonna. Are you asleep or are you still kind of like semi-conscious? She's just gonna like make sure that you have a nice little pillow to put your head on, and then she's gonna go check on everybody else in the house.
All right.
Anyone else home, dears? I'm gonna put on some tea.
Gerald, you're at the house still, right? You would have come back by now.
Yeah, by the time they've had their godly powwow and Gwen's come home, I probably slept in the house after
Okay.
I dropped off.
And Zinzi's, you're also at the house?
Yeah.
All right. Are either of you awake to hear Gwen as she's calling through the house?
I think Zenzi's might be awake.
He's
Okay.
probably doing some paperwork.
Zenzi's was just like getting her stuff packed.
Gwen will just peek her head in if your door's open, and if it's not, well,
Zenzi's has finally started living in her own room instead of the closet in her room.
yay!
Thank you. I appreciate that. This is a very big mansion I gave you.
Progress! Good for you.
Listen. The squirrel's got fucking anxiety.
She still has the closet like decked out in like a little room.
Oh yeah, she's got a nest in there.
Oh yeah, just
She's got her comfort nest.
It's her little squirrel hole.
yeah.
So
She's
would
got
you
her
say-
comfort nest. The room is soundproofed. All that.
So, would you say that Zinzi's is finally feeling safe enough to come out of the closet?
I'm done.
When we come back.
You, ma'am, get an applause.
I'm so fucking done with this campaign.
No, hey, your current profile picture.
It's making it so much better.
perfectly encapsulates your feelings in the moment.
I'm
I have
sorry, I'm
not
derailing
had a
my own
single
campaign.
goddamn day of peace.
Since you accepted us as friends, you've never known a day of goddamn peace.
That's
Nope.
what Wednesdays are for.
Wednesday is my one day of rest.
Gwen, I thought you said Gwen days. I was like, wait, what?
Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Like someone singing the Happy Days theme song, start having a stroke halfway through.
So Gwen, you peek your head into.
Odin,
since
watch
he's
out!
just-
You're no longer the patron day of the middle of the week.
Mhm.
Belongs to Gwen.
Yeah. Prayers for everybody. Oh yeah, Gwen's just gonna say, Cindy's I'm gonna make some tea if you want some.
Oh, I'd love a cup.
Alright, yeah, it should be ready in about a few minutes.
I just gotta finish cleaning my guns. And you hear the classic little as she tunes the trumpet gun.
filling out, he's, doctoring his paperwork, make his numbers look correct. I'm going to tune that gun one of these days when she's not looking. Just for my own
Touch her
sanity.
gun, she will fucking kill you.
I'm just
It's
imagining
Her doo-doo.
I'm just imagining us all being serious and like on the brink of the scorched grove, and we're all like sitting there getting ready to fight, and then Zinzi pulls out his instrument. It's like
No, she just fucking like plays Master of Puppets by Metallica.
yes.
This one's for you, Eddie. Sheila knows what I'm talking about.
We broke them.
Yeah.
Broken.
Sheila knows what I'm talking about.
Also, just
Shut up!
side note.
How to out an Eddie Munson sip. Just mention Master of Puppets.
Look, I have to say, about everything in that season, that was a fantastic song choice.
Yep.
You don't gotta call me
Not
out
meaning
right
to
now.
derail, but fun fact, in the canonical timeline, Master of Puppets released 3 weeks before the timeline of season 4. Meaning Eddie Munson had 3 weeks without the internet or tabs to learn Master of Puppets.
And not including the time that he was like hiding out in the beginning of the show.
Yeah. He had to balance school and D&D and his own band to learn the tabs of this song.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe that's all they did
Yes.
when
Yeah, it
Corey
was
the Coffin
probably like
practiced.
mimic Metallica music.
Yeah,
People
they
that
just
believe-
kept practicing and practicing.
People have been debating what class Eddie is. He is a bard, proud and true. I believe there are no arguments.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
1,000%. I'm
Solid.
still mourning the fact that he doesn't
Continuing
exist, okay? Listen, the fact that he's not real hurts.
The fact
Don't
that he's not real is probably a good thing because I would lose my shit if he actually existed.
Anyway.
So
Good.
Gwen, you go downstairs and you make your tea.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
It was a really good tea.
I joined Gwen downstairs after a couple minutes.
We'll say that Galen has also headed up to bed.
Sit down at the table.
Joe comes down after a bit, wiggling his fingers. Paperwork. It's like since he knows the finger wiggle is the paperwork hands.
Would I?
You do paperwork.
Well, it depends on how much you've been at your desk during your duties. That's up to you.
I try to avoid my desk as much as possible.
So
Also, I
Alden
don't.
knows.
Do I actually even work closely with Gerald? I don't think I do. I work
No.
more with Galen
With
and with Who's the dude we saved?
Alden.
Oh, yeah,
Alden
I work
works as
close
an
with
ad-
Alden.
Alden works a lot as a go-between with you and the perch guard.
Mm-hmm.
So you work very closely with him. You work very closely with your brother. From time to time, you've had interactions with Galen's work as he is helping resettle the community that was once the Bandit Coalition.
Yeah.
Gerald is just used to paperwork in general because what he's been doing as well. So it just depends on how much paperwork.
It's just, I don't
Zinzi's
think I
has
would
done.
recognize that.
Probably not.
Okay.
You're very happy to delegate that part of your
Yes.
job. Every now and then, Alden goes, "No."
I'm more practical, okay?
Really? It's like, because you can actually get up and go do this.
Give me 5 recruits and a fight pit.
Here's how you throw a punch. Oh shit, they're unconscious. Next person, here's how you throw a punch.
I go Top Gun Maverick on their ass.
Here's how you avoid
Captain
getting knocked out.
speaking.
Here's how you avoid getting knocked out in one punch. We're gonna practice till you get it right.
So the three of you are enjoying your tea. Any conversation to be had during this?
Oh,
Make sure Rivia's little brother settles in with Eliza before we go.
yes.
Oh yes, we should pass along our pastry delivery for the time being.
Yeah, we gotta do that too.
I don't think President Butler is going to be able to eat all the pastries. He might try. Don't think he's going to.
We have it just delivered to Eliza's. I know the kids will like it.
Oh yes. Might need to swap out some for less sugary options.
We've already paid in advance what the deliveries are gonna be, so I don't think we can really back out of that.
That should be fun then.
Just trust Eliza to regulate their sugar intake.
That's best.
She's very wise.
She is.
Twins are also very sneaky. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fun.
Well, I did talk to the dean of the school that my son attends, to sort of spread the word to help however people can along the Scorched Grove, and also to warn that the Scorched Grove is getting a little
Heated.
That's a good word, yes.
I've also sent word to some friends of mine that some supplies should hopefully be reaching the proper outposts. Some vendors might pop up to stimulate local economies as well as others. We need a lot of people in the business world.
I've already sent word to the Woodland Brigade outposts that are near Meadowfen. Fenny's been made aware.
Good.
Sure, Alden's gonna be having a field day with this as well.
I'm fairly certain he's going to get antsy when we're gone.
Yeah, well, we got the first big wave of recruits trained. There's always some stragglers who want to join up last minute, so they'll be busy.
Oh, I'm sure.
But they're most likely going to be amongst the first line of defense in case anything goes bad in the Scorched Grove.
I'm just glad I have confirmation.
Whatever this thing that Shanga fears breaks through, there's gonna be what stands between it and Humblewood.
Train them, I'm sure they're more than up to the task.
Of course, they're more than up for the task. I trained them.
Yes.
Well, there's no worries to be had. Other than all the worries.
Other than every
The
other.
rest of y'all saw how terrified Chunga looked while we were at the meeting.
Yes.
Whatever is in the Scorched Grove and beyond shook her up pretty badly.
That's true.
I mean, she's naturally very jittery, I think it's just because of how big her wings are. But I've never seen her shake that much.
I'm glad we actually had some confirmation on some of the rumors that had passed through. People always say they see strange things in Scorch Grove at night or at different parts of the day, but newer ones were a little more concerning. I'm glad we have an actual confirmation. Rumors are one thing, but eyewitnesses are much better.
Well, Changa is an eyewitness.
Correct?
She and her friends saw what lives in there.
Perhaps I should have a talk with her before we go.
Well, she's currently passed out on the ground drunk.
Oh, I know, bless her heart.
Showery, I don't know what kind of magic she pumped into Ruby's little brother, but she's passed out on the ground too.
She looks exhausted.
Yes.
She did something to him. I don't know exactly what, but
I'm sure it was helpful.
he seems a little more here now, but also very confused.
Oh, good.
Memory loss is a pain in the ass, and I can speak from experience.
Memory loss?
Givia mentioned that he seems. It's something I've seen before. He seems spacey. Looking. He looked at. It's hard to describe. He looked at Rivia like he knew her, but there was a gap. It's hard to explain. I've had to deal with some myself, mainly because I drank most of my memories away, which is not recommended.
Well, we all have our horror stories from our youth. Perhaps I can help the lad as well. I am able to connect with people on a mental level, but it can be very taxing and not always for the best. So I'll keep it under advisement and make sure that they're comfortable with it first.
Give him a bit of time. He's still adjusting to everything.
DM, what time of day is it?
It's late. You guys are getting close to 11:30 at night.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go hit the hot tub, and then perhaps get some shut eye. If anyone wants to join, you're welcome.
I'm good. It's really hard to air dry this tail out.
Imagine. So fluid.
Oh, tell me about it. In between my quills and on a humid day, nothing worse. All right. Well, have a wonderful evening, dears, and if you want more tea, I left some on the kettle for you.
Much appreciated.
Don't worry, it's decaf.
I'll finish up my books and then should be set for as long as we're gone.
But it wasn't decaf.
It was Monster Energy drink.
Extreme.
Gerald will go back upstairs and finish his stuff off and then probably hit the bed.
And Zinzi's?
Head to bed as well.
All right. If there's nothing else, then we will jump to the next morning.
Under the sea.
Do I get to press that long rest?
You get to press the long rest button, but you only get one exhaustion point back. You still have one.
I know.
So, you all awaken the next day with the anxieties of your future travels ahead of you. Chonga, make a Constitution save for me.
I did get wasted.
Yup.
18.
18? You're not feeling too bad, actually.
Maybe a little bloated.
More than anything, yeah. You're just kind of like It's that dull ache in your head, but it's not throbbing. You don't have the light sensitivity, the nausea, the dizziness.
Yeah. Just a little foggy, a little bloated.
But you are on the floor of Showery's shop. You did not make it to your bed.
Yeah.
There's
alright.
a really comfy pillow under your head.
You have no recollection of how it got there.
Yeah.
But
I'll-
it's there.
I just pat it, and I'll go up to my room and clean myself up. Then I'll probably come back down into the kitchen for some breakfast. And I'll lay out Emerald. I'm gonna do some aesthetic tweaks on her, adding some little details and extra metal plates for funsies.
Okay. Yeah, easily done.
So she has like a little bit of a tiny bit of an orchid mantis look. She's still green and gold, but she's got little bits of pink petals.
Very cute.
She could use a little
Showery,
makeover.
Yes,
you're sore. You're still
Oh.
tired.
I'm incredibly sore.
You're exhausted. But you're awake and under a blanket. Not sure where the blanket came from.
This it's crochet. I gotta return this to Gwen. And I'll very groggily get up. Oh, and I'll like waddle because my muscles are all stiff. Just kind of waddle into the front room and sit at the kitchen table because I'm assuming that's the closest seat that's out in the public area.
Pretty much.
And I'm just gonna sit there until people start arriving. Obviously, Chalga's still there. I'll just watch her work on Emerald for a little bit. Oh, what you working on there?
Oh,
Plop.
just prettying up Emerald a little bit.
Oh, she's pretty already. It's gonna be hard to do.
You know who's not all pretty at the moment?
Hmm?
Are you okay?
Kind of.
Mm,
Just very, very exhausted.
mm.
I gave myself willingly, and god damn it, they took it.
Did it work?
It seemed to. Cass said he remembered some stuff, and him and Rivia went up to bed shortly thereafter, which is good because I didn't stay awake much longer. I almost fell asleep going through my last spell.
I mean, I saw you on the floor when I woke up, so.
Oh, you stayed all night. Neat.
Oh yeah, I was out of it, just out.
Had a good
gone.
night then.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I would have liked sleeping on a bed, but that was beyond my control. So.
Yeah, sometimes it be that way.
So we were essentially in the same position for different reasons.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
Would you like some tea? I think
Oh,
Gwen's got
that would
some
be
some
fantastic.
blends ready. So make them some morning tea.
Okay. Gwen, Gerald, and Zinzies. Are you guys coming down?
Yes.
Or are you staying up? Okay. Gwen too?
Gwen will be right there, but she's gonna do something real quick.
Okay.
Get back.
You guys are able to gather, have a very nice hearty breakfast, and prepare to head out. Galen comes down and joins you for breakfast. Rivia stays up a little bit longer, and Cass doesn't come down. When Rivia does come down, she will, I'm not going to put words in Hannah's mouth, but basically she will, say that she's going to catch up with you guys in a day or so. She's going to spend a little extra time with Cass as he works through everything before joining you on the road.
Very good idea. It's a dramatic moment.
Mm-hmm. I'll make a little breakfast plate for the two of them that Rivia can take up with her so they can both eat.
She happily does. There's still that sisterly concern.
Mm-hmm.
Always there.
Like your sisters.
And
Yeah,
not only is
so-
she dealing with her brother stuff, I know this was a shock when I first talked to them too. They had a conversation with God.
Mhm.
Guess May, actually, one of them.
One of the gods.
Hang on. Are
Yeah.
you saying this
Do you say this out loud at the table
Yeah.
after
I do,
Vivian has
yes.
left?
Yes.
That
I like to imagine that was Zinzi's face when you said that.
That audio of what?
What in the Jesus Christ
This was that.
Okay, so the reason I am feeling the way I am feeling, which is horrible, by the way, for anyone who just got here. I kind of sacrificed myself and my power to give the boy his memories back. And to do that, we had to make a plea to Gesme. And, yeah, Rivia did the pleading. I did the sacrificing. And Cass is doing the remembering.
Do you still have your magic?
That's a good question. I am going to from
Who
the
knows nothing about the divine was like, wait, you can just plead to gods?
sometimes I didn't think it was gonna work, honestly. But sometimes, yeah, you can. After that, she's gonna turn to the sink and turn on the faucet, and she's gonna use shape water to make a big ice container that would fit 10 gallons of water. And then she's
And-
gonna try and cast create and destroy water to create that 10 gallons in that ice
So
container.
shape water is what level spell?
Shape water is a cantrip.
Okay.
Create water and create and destroy water is first level.
Okay. You're able to do both, but you do feel a little bit of strain when you try to use that first level spell.
I can do it, but it hurts.
Maybe don't do it if it hurts then.
Well, how do we make it not hurt?
Take a
Sleep?
nap?
Yeah. Sleepies.
Yeah.
Uh,
It would kind of be like
Mention that. I have something that can help with that. I think.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if artificially induced sleep would help with this, or if it would hinder it?
I have one use of the powder left. I can give you a good fat nap.
Make an intelligence check.
Not an Arcana check? Shit.
No, this would be straight intelligence.
This would be like snorting
7.
almond powder.
7?
I rolled a 4.
It might just work. It might just
You know
work.
what? Can I roll an intelligence check and see
Sure.
if I can discern whether this would help or not?
Meanwhile,
Can I discern because I have the sleepy time
Anyone
powder?
who wants to make an
Yeah.
intelligence
you know
check
what,
at this idea,
Cincy's,
go
that's
for
a
it.
great idea. I'll take some.
15.
Zinzi's, this is a solid plan. Changa, maybe not. Maybe there's a difference between sleeping and an unconscious state.
I'm just gonna relay that. I don't think you should use something that is just going to knock you out. You need something that will help you to rest, not black out like I did. You know?
You're smart.
What if she takes it in like small increments?
No.
I mean, I could pass the fuck out right now,
Mm.
but don't we have stuff to do today?
If you can just sleep, we will prepare everything for you and have everything ready by the time we need to leave, and we can wake you up. That shouldn't be an issue. We need you more ready and well rested than anything.
Long story short, we're stopping Zenzi's from using drugs.
Yeah.
Basically.
On a party member.
We're stopping Zinzi's from drugging people. Let's be specific.
Oh my goodness.
Again. Don't forget the again.
Again.
Because I've done it before.
Which if you're not okay with that, tell me.
No, that's great.
I don't recall.
I don't want to violate any boundaries.
I don't recall.
Oh yeah, because I drugged you.
Oh no!
I think it was like me and two
It
other
was
people.
Gwen and Galen,
Galen. Mm-hmm.
had their ales spiked.
Yep.
Because then they wanted to see if it would work.
What did you do in D&D? I roofied my party.
And then when we went to go take down a crime boss, she dispatched said crime boss by leaving
Oh
it
yeah, and I took down a crime boss by blowing it in their face.
This
to death.
is not my intention when I created this item. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I took melatonin powder and I weaponized it.
Yes. Oh, you know what? That sleep powder may not be a good idea, but I can probably make this day a nice trip. And I pull out some of my my psilocybins that I still have left.
Oh
Oh,
god.
silly
How many of
powder.
those do you have
Rooms.
left?
I think I have 9. Let's see.
I honestly thought you would have gone through some of those during
24
the last-
duck of everything eggs.
Also,
Uh,
for the record, if you haven't touched those in a year, that might not be the best idea.
That's also true.
I do have 9, but they're dried out and they're in.
But they're also
They're in my
part of-
component pouch. I thought they were in the bag of holding.
Well, bag of holding
Um,
doesn't preserve things.
no.
Like if
Right.
you put,
That's right.
as we've learned from Critical Role, if you put an ogre dick in a bag of holding, and then
You
take
can
it
have
out
ogre
a while
goo.
later, it's gonna be gross.
Oh my god.
Corpses.
I technically have 9.
Okay.
Okay,
You
Okay,
haven't
well, if
checked on
that's
those
not
in
a good
while.
idea, how about more of these? And I pull out an egg. Remember these?
He blinked like, oh, by the way, she bought a dozen of those. I didn't stop her. I should have. I didn't.
I witnessed the eggs before, yes.
You've witnessed the eggs.
You
watched
threw one at me and
grow-
caused a fireball!
Yep.
I tried to give you the last, 2 for safekeeping, and you immediately threw them back at me.
In my defense, didn't I snort my own powder afterwards and pass out?
I
Yes.
think so,
Yes, you did.
yes.
See, now is the point in the stream where we say, "Don't do drugs, kids."
Now is the point in the stream.
No.
The drugs do don't.
That should have been like the first thing we said. As a reminder.
We just learned never give Paige powdery blue substances in D&D. She will weaponize it.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm not against that. But kids, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Zinnies will just kind of
You know, I gotta stretch these muscles out today anyway. So either I'm fighting or I'm flying. I'm gonna grab one of the butter knives off the table and crack it.
Zinzies.
Like you would a hard-boiled egg.
Most likely cursing the group says, "What's the worst that could happen?"
Roll a D100.
I think I just
Gerald's
did.
going to take Gerald's going to scoot his chair back from the table just a little bit.
By the way,
93.
Gwen hasn't come down because she was gonna do a tarot reading for her.
Okay. You're probably just gonna hear a muffled explosion downstairs.
Boom.
You
Well, that's
crack open this egg, and it's like that point where you're like, I have it gently in my hand. Crack, thump, and like your hand falls to the table as there is now a book in front of you.
Oh, good. Some light reading. I'm assuming it's like this freaking thick.
It's like this thick. This
Yeah.
It's a tome. It's a mini tome.
Nice. Oh, good. Some light reading. I could use that today.
do you
I
open
imagine
it?
you hold the egg in your hand, you go ting, and then it.
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah,
how it goes.
Exactly.
That's exactly how I'm envisioning it. Do you open the book to look through it?
I would like to read the cover first.
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
It's like I
Uh,
don't have
can,
book
can it be a
version
history
of
check
the-
instead? Oh,
Nope.
no. Okay, that landed on top of my other dice with a point pointing right up.
I love when that happens.
12 plus 3 is 15.
15?
Yeah.
It's not a language that you recognize on the cover, but the styling is a little bit more familiar. Doesn't seem hazardous, though.
Is it that Mordenkainen book?
No.
This seems... Give me a minute. I'm going to ritual cast comprehend languages before I open this book.
Okay.
So what is it?
Glance
So,
over and
10 minutes later. What does it say?
The greatest recipes from the mines of Kovir.
what?
Greatest. If I can write recipes. From who?
From the mind of Kovir.
From the mind of Kovir.
Kovir.
Oh, well, this isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I'll flip open and start reading some of the recipes.
Chong, are you paying any attention, by the way?
A little bit, yeah. I'm
Make
kind
a
of
perception
making some...
check.
Okay.
To be fair, that book would have been sitting in front of me for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I think once you started to work on it, I kind of turned my attention back to Emerald. But I will make a perception check. Oh. 10.
10? I mean, it would be enough. It kind of catches your attention. The styling of the book is very familiar.
Can I insight check the book?
Well, now that it's caught your attention, are you going to actively look at it?
Yeah, probably.
You can read the cover without the language barrier, without needing the language. It's not like your home, but
But it's the
land,
language.
You've seen books of this from the language of the land, but like you were very isolated in your family. Your family stayed in one place, but you can tell this is from the general land.
I'm gonna look at it and go, I know this.
Oh, you do?
I don't know this, but I know this. It's a recipe book. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna reach my arms over and flip through the pages and judge the recipes a little bit.
It's a recipe book, and you've probably tried some of these dishes, but yeah, I mean, you can read this.
This is decent stuff too. Oh, I had this for a holiday one day. Oh. I always wanted to try that.
For those at
my
home,
grandma made this. No,
those
but
at
she made
home,
it with the
43.
flour.
For those at
Sorry.
home, no, you're good. For those at home, 43 literally says one exotic cooking book from Kovir, as in probably like the land of Kovir, but seeing as this is not Faerun,
Oh,
we're adjusting
Okay,
it.
so there's a problem. I shouldn't have the book. I rolled a 93.
That's why I said 93.
You said 43
Oh,
just
no.
now.
No.
Okay.
That's odd. That's
Okay,
processing
we're
disorder.
good then.
Thank you. 93. Yeah. It also appears that most of these recipes require ingredients that do not grow around here. That's what it says in here.
Thus,
Well,
a local.
So
book.
it would
Yeah.
work really well for Chonga.
well,
Yes.
this doesn't appear to be very useful over here. Don't recognize a lot of these ingredients. Would
My
you,
grandma makes this. No, but she
And you
makes it
do,
with
would-
lavender flowers.
would you care to keep this book in your collection for when you return home?
Well, that would be lovely. I mean,
It is yours.
I could use this and I could make some of these dishes for everyone if we wanted some sort of different. Oh, well, I'd have to get the ingredients. Well, I suppose I could wait till I get home for this. Would be a nice, hey, I know I got kidnapped, but now I'm back present for the family.
My thoughts exactly.
I'm sorry, my brain just went. My daughter got kidnapped and all she got me was this stupid t-shirt.
What's this stupid recipe book?
Oh my god. Well, I'm sorry this wasn't of any use to you, but this is pretty intriguing for me.
You know what? I'm glad it was useful to someone, because you never know with these eggs.
You never know.
Would you
I
like
even-
one?
Maybe.
And I try and just kind of sneaker one real quick
Make a sleight of hand check.
with disadvantage. Oh crap! All of those
All
should
of
have
your
been.
checks
Oh no!
are with disadvantage.
Is it
Any
checks
ability check.
or-
All
Okay.
ability checks and saving
For
throws,
a
but
minute
don't
there, I
worry
thought it
about
was
it.
saves. Yeah, because I rolled a 7 the first time, and the other one was
Well, does it have?
the other
to
one
be
would have been
sleight
higher.
of
Okay.
In this case,
sleight of hand.
that's how it works.
Just 6 sleight of hand plus 4, 10 total.
You said 10 total?
Correct. 6 plus 4.
I'm pretty sure all of you see with your passive perceptions as Shari just takes an egg and just like you hear that like grinding sound as it slid across the table.
Ranga's just gonna crack it.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
roll
shit.
100. So wait, do you know how to do that?
I can go on D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond does offer it, yes.
Yeah, they have the 5100 option.
Our
It's-
D100 on that.
It's the one that looks like 2 dice next to each other.
Okay, I'll do that. 4. I just got
Holy
a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, she just
okay.
rolled a 4. I've never seen single digit rolls on a D100. Oh no.
Oh boy. This is going to be a good day. We should just
I
crack
have
all of
to
these.
roll.
Oh no.
No.
I have to roll.
Is this
Oh,
something
no.
Zink has experienced?
Oh god.
Huh?
Is this something Zink has experienced?
I would
no.
like to duck under the table.
Oh no! So, you're all at the table, and Chonga cracks this egg, but nothing comes out of it. And you're like,
Wait, no, not right.
what the
Oh,
fuck? And then you start hearing in the distance this, like from upstairs, this
That's
as
what it is.
coming down the stairs comes a stampede of 9 elk, and they start charging at Chonga.
Oh
What?
no!
I
Manji
crawl
is
up on the ceiling and out of the house.
Oh,
I'm up so they can't get me.
They seem to
Dowling?
be like they follow her. So as she's on the ceiling, they're like circling underneath her, and as she starts to go across the wall, they're circling underneath it.
Oh my god.
Should
I'm
I read
gonna-
this to you guys?
Please.
Gerald's like, what is it?
1d10 elk come stampeding in and begin attacking the cracker. You guys should deal with the elk problem, please, because there's no time limit on this. They just exist. They just exist.
Oh my god.
okay. Well, that's not great.
I'm a poison spray the elks.
I would like to take my
Are-
rope and try to lasso one of them.
Gerald just sips his coffee.
Are they considered magical,
Nope, they're just.
or are they like
creatures.
just okay? They're just creatures. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Actually, can I do thunder wave on them?
Of all things to happen in D&D today, getting jumped by a herd of elk was not on my to-do list.
Right.
Let me pull up the stats for elk.
Oh my
not
god.
reminding what card either. Makes you feel better.
You know what, guys? We can have jerky for the road.
Yeah.
Oh, great idea.
We have
Um,
You
no-
are shouting this throughout your kitchen. I'm assuming some of you are standing on the table. Like, this is getting rowdy.
Yeah,
Rowdy-
I'm standing on the table, rope in one hand, gun in the other.
Oh, I'm trying to lead the elks out of the house. So I'm like
trying.
on the side of the house outside.
Can you
So
keep
they're
it
now-
down,
so
please?
in the
I'm
middle
trying to
of-
my tarot.
In the middle of the Alderheart, there's now a stampede of elk in front of your house, just circling because they can't reach Changa, and yelling loudly as onlookers are very concerned and confused as Changa is clinging to the side of the building. You guys have guns, ropes,
Bye, Barry.
magic.
And spells. Okay. Well,
Just like a. You
I-
have to roll for initiative or something? Are we
No,
Are we
probably-
fighting with these elks?
They don't have that many hit points, so at this point, just tell me what you're doing to deal with the elk.
Okay.
Let's
I
go
was
in
gonna do
order.
a chromatic
Changa.
orb of fire.
Let's start with Changa. Changa, you said you were gonna do
You-
poison spray.
Since
I
you
think
spent
I think I'm gonna change that now. I'm doing thunder wave. Which is a con save.
And that's does that come from you, or can you, or like, do you have to be within 5 feet of them, or can you set that in a specific place? I feel like you have to be within range of them.
It sweeps out from me and forms a 15-foot cube.
Okay,
So
so
it
you would have
goes-
to actually get down off of the roof for this to work.
I'm not on the roof. I'm on the side of the walls.
But are you high enough that they can't bite at you?
Well,
You can climb down and send it forward. They just might get an attack of opportunity as you leave.
I don't want to do that. Here. Shatter. It's a sound thingy.
Mhm.
So I make a sound. It's also 10-foot radius sphere. You have to make a does that work?
I think so. That one has a distance spell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 60 feet distance. Con save 16.
I'll use my chonker.
How many elk are there total?
It's a 6. Has a
Six,
6.
okay.
There's
Ah.
9. There's 9
Oh,
elk
9,
total.
okay.
But I'm doing this as like a swarm. So
Okay, so rolling for damage. That's 19 damage.
okay, yeah. There's quite a few of them just collapse. Who's next? Showery.
I let off a level 4 chromatic orb of fire.
What's your
After
highest
Zin-
level?
My
You can
highest,
do
oh god.
Level of spell that
My
you can
highest
do.
level's a 5th.
Okay, so as you go to release your chromatic orb, how many spell slots do you have at that level?
3 for fourth. Or
You
you,
go
or you
to-
mean my maximum level?
No, at fourth. At fourth.
Yeah, 3.
So you go to release it, and you do, and you feel like you can't do any more at that level.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But what? Roll your damage. Or your attack.
Okay. Okay.
Their AC is 10. I'm not making you guys roll to beat their AC.
Cool. One more D8. Wait, do I really not have one more D8?
Zinzies, are you shooting any of them, or are you just trying to rope one?
I try to rope one.
Okay. Let's see if they can max it. If that one can max it. No, that's a 6 for a dex check. You've successfully roped a elk. So Zinzies is off in the corner with one on a rope. Make a strength check, Zinzies.
Oh God.
33 points of fire damage.
Oh shit. Zinzies?
14.
14? You are holding strong onto that one. So you've managed to, like, that one is separate from the herd, which is good
Yeah.
because the rest just got shish kebabbed. And the
Do
few
you
that
want
are
a
still
turkey?
standing are just, like, limping away. And then you've got one with a rope around it, and it's just, like, wild-eyed. But you're holding it.
I would like to mount the elk and cowboy style buck ride it.
Make an animal handling check.
Animal handling.
Yep.
Go Cincy's. Go Cincy's.
17.
17. Like a rodeo. It's amazing. Anyone watching this?
Oh my God.
Changa, you're still slightly concerned because every time you start to lower on the building, the rodeo starts heading in your direction. So you climb back up and it goes back to a normal buck. But this is entertainment.
I would like to knock the elk out. Oh my God.
Just roll. Just a straight strength roll and see what happens.
11.
11? It's a fucking elk. Its AC is 10. It's out. You're sitting on it and you just take your gun and go, whack! And it just
Pistol with the elk!
collapses. It collapses in a heap on the ground. You've got some neighbors very concerned looking at you all. What was
I
Gwen
grab
and
my
Gerald-
rope and I quickly run back to the group. Are there any other elk standing?
Nope, there's a few shish kebabbed on the ground and a few who limped off into the crowds to escape. They're gone.
I suggest we leave before that one wakes up.
What's all the ruckus down here?
Okay, I'm gonna just like start collecting the meat or the burned carcass.
Gwen, you come out to see, like, just sizzling and smoking deer in front of the house. The
It's
living
that one
room
scene from
shambles.
Community.
The living room is in shambles. There's scuff marks, there are broken vases, plates all over the place. And the Shaori just has her bag open and she's slowly, like, sliding deer meat.
Meanwhile, Gerald is still. The table is probably gone. He's still at his chair where he was just sipping his coffee.
Actually, you know what, Gerald? Do me a favor, just because I think it's funny. Just roll a straight d20. Just a d20.
Was it D20? Okay.
Mhm.
One. Oh. This one. 14.
13?
14.
Okay. You are still in your chair. That is accurate. Your chair is on the ground, so you're laying on your back on the chair. This is fine.
I know what we need to call this episode. The Wrath of the Egg Elks.
I just wanted my coffee. It's all I want. I just wanted my coffee this morning.
Too bad this is a tea house.
have some coffee, maybe some breakfast, commit white collar crime, and no elks. 1,000 elks have just destroyed my home.
Has anyone else decided to open an egg?
Fuck no.
Sure, I'll open another one.
No,
I gotta
no,
find
no,
something
no.
to cook this thing.
No, no, wait, no. Oh my god.
Too late. 80.
3 eggs cracked in one day.
8-0.
8-0.
You crack it open, and 5 gold rings just clatter to the table.
See, sometimes it can just be great.
They're equal to about 10 gold pieces each in worth.
Nice.
Golden rings?
5 golden rings is what it says at 80.
4
Nice.
calling birds, 3
French
French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Only the rings this time, but see
Aw.
what happens next time.
Well, you know what? That couldn't have been so bad. You want to try again?
No. I want those rings is what I want as compensation for the emotional and mental trauma I just experienced.
Okay, well,
Every time you guys do this, I then look at the ones that are like around that one, and I really need someone to roll a 78.
Well, here's 4 rings. I'm going to keep one myself since I
Okay.
cracked this egg.
Okay. And she takes them, but like she's not gonna like seriously keep them forever. She just wants to feel better in the moment.
Are these like magical rings at all?
Hey, Cinzies! Remember this? And I chuck an egg at her.
Oh fuck! I dodged.
I
Do
really
Six.
I have
Dex
to roll
save.
it or her?
You roll a dex save. She's rolling the percentile.
Just
No, on the floor.
Natural 20.
Oh,
No,
shit!
wow.
Deftly, you see it coming, and you just. Zoop.
Meanwhile, Bear's on the floor going, I really should not have let her buy those.
As it cracks, I need somebody. Someone raise their hand. Okay. High or low?
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, you're fortunate because I actually rolled high. It shatters on the ground, and instead of its contents shattering with it, a small vial starts to roll through the alder heart. Is someone gonna go get it?
Yep. Oh, shit! No, the item!
It is a potion of poison resistance.
Oh, that's actually useful.
Yeah.
Why?
Here you go, Cinzies. I did throw it at you and you did dodge. Here's a potion of vial, or a vial of potion resistance. Oh my god, I can't even speak today.
A vial of poison resistance.
That.
The poison of vile resistance, yes.
Vile resistance. Ah, you resist other forms of vials being thrown at you. Like eggs.
Now I need someone to roll an 11. It's fine, we can move on from the eggs.
Oh, I was gonna throw one at Gerald.
I'm just chilling here on the ground with the coffee.
You want to keep throwing eggs at each other all day? Be my guest. Or...
Would anybody be mad if I threw one more? I'll
Mad?
stop now.
Mad? No. If it hits me and I explode, then I will be mad. You throw a fireball at me while I'm just trying to have my floor coffee, I will be a little bit.
One more. 29.
Are you actually throwing it at me?
Sure.
Make a dex check. Oh god!
Oh
You exploded me! God damn you!
What did you get on your dex save?
Deck save. I'm glad I have proficiency on that. That is going to be Doing math. 23.
God damn it, this would have been hilarious. You managed to dodge, and another large book ends up on the ground behind Gerald.
Gerald just felt like, he sees the egg coming. He just sort of like slaps the floor and sits up. He does some kung fu shit, just like,
What?
So
You don't feel like
that
doing any
just-
reading today?
that just triggered a childhood memory of when my sister knocked me out with a Mother Goose Rhymes book.
Oh no!
She's like, Paige, catch! I looked up. Bam!
I will inspect the instrument of my impending doom.
Make a perception check.
I will also walk over.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
7.
Total, I have received another 23. No. Yes. I can math. 16 plus 7 is 23.
23. And you said 7, Showery? Showery, you're trying to like look over Gerald's shoulder and you can't. Gerald, this is smut.
Appropriate.
It literally says a large smutty book.
Is it Tusk Love?
Probably. Or the sequel. More tough more
Oh my god.
It just kind of goes,
Do not make me come up with a plot for this fucking book.
no, I'm not
please.
going to do that.
Please do. Please do.
He just looks at it and goes, now that checks out. Puts it away. I'm keeping this.
What is it?
Porn. It's smut, Dowry. It's just smut.
Oh,
There are some
Okay,
centerfolds in there.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Isn't there-
It's just porn. I would not be doing my bodily duties if I did not to try and keep the porn away from the cleric. A responsible bard.
especially one who is sex averse.
I am complicit in debauchery. That does not mean I encourage it in others. Funnily enough, I have not done not any of that kind of sinning or debauchery in this campaign, except from occasionally trying to ask the speaker out on a date. Keep trying to get Speaker Avery to come with me to dinner, and that's it. It just wants dinner and doesn't work.
I'm done.
Oh my goodness. I love you all so much.
5 eggs are too much.
Alright, so after these moments of chaos, you guys are able to gather your gear and start heading towards the exit to the Alderheart. As you had already agreed with the council to leave in the morning, and they were going to prepare a way for you all to travel. So you head down to the gatehouse, where there's a horse and carriage waiting for you. It's a basic old wagon, a couple additional mounts, and 2 individuals standing waiting, looking patiently for you. As you approach, it becomes more clear that the 2 waiting for you are Havel and Tabor.
Tabor, my friend.
Changa, hi.
Hi, how are you feeling?
Nervous, but I don't know if anyone has told you all, but I am to accompany you on your trip.
That's lovely.
More the merrier.
All right.
Just another set of eyes in the Scorched Grove to Show you around.
Oh, I mean, honestly, we all could use more eyes, especially since you and I have sort of witnessed the same thing. So, I think this is good. This is good.
And Shari.
When they mentioned they can all use more eyes, I would like to very subtly kind of turn away, cast minor illusion on my face, and give myself like a row of eyes up my head, and then turn back.
Oh no, guys, not my friend, the Trevor, the chicken
Tavor?
nugget.
Tavor is like involved in this conversation. The nerves to notice. Havel, the other one, has noticed and has a moment of. That's actually kind of cool. Like,
And then just after a minute, they just vanish.
Oh my god.
you'll notice that Tavor has a pack with him. Havel does not.
Okay.
Well, yeah, apparently because of my position in the tenders and the fact that we both have been there, they thought an extra guide might be useful.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Well, I can assure you that this is an eclectic group that you shall never be bored of. Just this morning, we were throwing eggs at each other and killing elks.
The two are correlated, and no, it doesn't make any sense. Don't try
Mhm.
that together.
They
Tabor
deserved
is
it.
very confused. Havel is like, that sounds awesome.
Once we get on the
Someone
road,
tell me more."
I'll show you.
Where are we intending to begin the excursion? Like, where along the border?
Well, the idea was that, and this is Havel speaking, the best route to go is actually just past Winnowing Reach. So heading that way and then moving into the grove from there is your best access point and the safest route to travel to get there in the first place. So that's likely the route that you guys are going to take.
Winnowing Reach. I hope that asshole isn't still wanting us to attack that witch. Very rude. The guy who runs Winnowing Reach is a bit of an asshole. Anyway.
Okay.
That does sound feasible.
Have we all got our belongings now? Are we all ready to hop, skip, and jump out of here?
Supplied up. We have our
I
cart
think
and
so.
our mounts and such.
Before you step into the Scorched Grove, there is some shopping in Winnowing Reach, and you'll be able to gather some supplies there. I mean, it'll be more limited than here, but I think you guys got this, right? I mean, you're the heroes of the Elderheart.
Is that
You
what
know
we
what?
are?
I don't know if heroes is the right word, but up Humblewood, yes. Well, maybe not you. Because, you know, you're not from here. But you're.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like the heroes of here, and then the one that's not from here.
Yeah.
Arrows.
But you're more a hero than us, I think.
No, darling, I'm just a historian. Don't gas me up like that.
I couldn't hear you, Gwen. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Gwen never got to reveal her tarot card reading.
Oh, you're right. I apologize.
It's okay. I'm gonna need you to give me 5 pounds of experience.
I don't think that'll be a problem since this is milestone.
Well, then I would like 6 levels and a movie.
Okay.
So Gwen's first card was the Wheel of Fortune, which, as we all know, is chaos. The second card is the Death card, which could be good. And then the third card is the Fool. So, no matter how this trip goes, something terrible is probably gonna happen.
Thanks, Gwen. Thanks.
I like to imagine that Gwen has been like doing this the whole way down, and like as you get to the carts, she goes, "So by the way,"
She pulls the card, the Wheel of Fortune, as the elk are like barreling down the stairs. But yeah, and Gwen will come down after I think the elk have been handled. If there was a stray one, then she would have just ushered it through the portal. Go into the woods. Go on. Stop chasing our moth.
Yeah, because then they've left one alive.
mm-hmm.
Wait, there's just been a rogue elk chasing me this entire time.
No, it got knocked the fuck out. It got knocked the fuck out and left, and then Gwen has like waited till it woke up and then was like, "You can leave." So it's no longer chasing you because it got beat the shit.
Okay.
It got
Y'all scared me
rode
for
like
a
cow
second
at a
there.
rodeo.
I thought there was an elk like stalking me.
It's you know the immortal snail is the immortal elk.
Oh
There
my
is, in
god.
fact, an elk that did not exist except for its anger at your existence that is now loose within Everden and the Humblewood. Live with that for the rest of your days.
Is it like gone now? Like into the woods?
Yes.
A-
And you
after
watch it. You watch it just kind of like turn towards you before it leaves. And then it walks away.
Elk will remember this.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
That's a big problem.
the rage.
It's alright, as long as we just stay together. It
I
can't
hate you.
harm us.
I hate those eggs. I hate those eggs.
Hello.
I
Good.
hate them. I
I'm
hate
sorry.
them. And she just like gets her stuff ready and starts to walk in a random direction while muttering, "I hate those eggs. I hate those eggs. I hate them. I hate those eggs."
Tabor says goodbye to Havel and then starts to follow you like, "It's okay. Like, they're eggs.
No, but now
What is
there's
bad
an
about
elk.
eggs?"
He's going to come for me and I will die.
What?
As we leave, I'm gonna give Havel an egg. I thought he was coming with us so he could see later, but
Oh my god.
Havel
right back.
did not have a pack. Tavor does. Tavor is the one who's coming
right.
with you. Make just a perception check.
17.
17.
Yes.
So you can tell by like Havel's dress, as he's currently in the proper garbs of the tenders, that he is probably of higher standing than Tabor is. But from his physicality, you can tell he's much more frail.
I see. Yeah.
He's not built to go out into the scorched grove.
When I pass it to him, I'll just whisper, make sure you have a buddy when you crack this. It's not always good.
Ominous. I'm excited. I like it. All right. Cool. Well, travel safe. Keep him safe. Keep yourselves safe.
Safe. That's all she says.
And hopefully I'll see you when you get back. And with that, you all start heading getting into your wagon, mounting your rides, and start heading west, away from the Alder Heart once again, this time towards Winnowing Reach and the Scorched Grove and all that it contains. And that is where we will call it a night. Oh, hi, Dad.
Hey there.
I
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. I'm tired.
aren't we
Same.
all?
Yeah, we just wrapped up like right now as you knocked on the
All
door.
you
So
night owls staying up all night, creating new worlds, conquering them.
I got attacked by elks.
Elks?
I cracked open an egg and then a whole horde of them wanted to kill me.
That's fair.
Mhm.
What did I do? Oh, mom!
All right, guys. Have an
Night.
awesome night.
Good night, Father.
Well, thank you to everyone who decided to join us tonight. We're glad you popped in, and thank you guys. I hope you had a good time in this chaotic session.
Wow.
Holy
Sorry if I
shit,
went a little
y'all.
overboard.
I love it.
It's wonderful.
And
I know a few of us loved it, but I think a couple of us are a little disappointed.
A little traumatized.
Perhaps.
but thank you all for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.